Welcome back, everybody, to the Heart Warrior channel. My name is Hadija. I am doing a reading today for the collective messages from your animal guides that you need to hear today, whenever you watch this. So let's get started. We have the signifier cards. I'm going to be choosing from the Prism Oracle. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile 3. Yeah. All right, we'll do 4. We'll do 4. Let's see. This is the Animal Spirit Guidebook. Messages for pile number 1. Animal. Okay, that's a lot. Messages for pile number 2. Oh, dude. Messages for pile number 3. Messages for pile number 4. Right on. And then we also have messages from your animal spirit guides. Oracle, pile number 1. Pile number 2. Oh. Pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, okay, and then tarot card from the Animal Guides Tarot. Pile number 1. Ooh. Pile number 2. Pile number 3. And pile number 4. Okay. Okay, poke, smoke. Pile number 1, we have confidence. Pile number 2, we have happiness. Pile number 3, we have magic. Pile number 4, we have mystery. Okay. Well, this should be interesting. All right. Messages for pile number 1. We have confidence. With the deer. Ooh. Okay, right off the bat, I'm getting confidence in your intuitive psychic abilities. Oh my, fuck you, what? Okay, sorry for cursing. Sorry, not sorry actually, but like, what? I love it. Okay, so we have the feminine and the masculine aspect of deer. Because this is a doe, feminine. And then this is the masculine, elk. Wow. Wow. Oh, I love this. Oh, pile number 1, I love this for you. I love this for you. And then we have life experience. The cuckoo. Oh, and there's a bunch of butterflies. Butterflies may be a synchronicity for you. And I believe this is a monarch butterfly. In my last reading, you may have chosen the pile where transformation was your dragon, because the transformation dragon shows up as a monarch butterfly with the print of a monarch butterfly. Holy guacamole. Okay, all right, pile 1. I love this. I love this, pile 1. Oh, I'm so excited for you, pile 1. The more you step into your confidence about your psychic or intuitive abilities, and you're able to like maintain that confidence, the better your life experiences are going to be. Oh, I freaking love that, dude. Also, like it's not separate, but like in addition to your intuitive abilities, it's these animal guides are coming to you because they're asking that you stand, it says here, stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with the respect that you deserve. Because you're stepping into your confidence, because you are embodying the feminine and the masculine in a healthy, balanced way, you're showing people how to treat you. Because you're respecting yourself, because you're confident in yourself, you're showing others that you deserve that confidence. And you're showing the universe that you're willing and ready to accept people into your life who will treat you the way you deserve to be treated. You know which direction to go. If there's something on your mind that you're thinking about, that you came here for guidance about, don't hesitate. Whatever it is, obviously using your common sense is implied here, but you know, don't hesitate. Make the move in the direction that you know is right for you. Because when you do, ooh, you're gonna be happy that you did. You're gonna be happy that you did. Trust me. And if you don't trust me, trust your animal guides. Trust spirit. Ooh, pile 1. Yay. I'm excited for you, pile number 1. Okay, real quick, I am going to read okay, we have, well, first, hold on, I'm like getting ahead of myself. I'm so excited for you. Your team, your animal guides are so excited for you to experience these positive life experiences that are coming your way, because you've earned them. You've worked hard to build this confidence. Confidence is like anything else. It takes practice. And you've done that. And then, you know, they're very proud of you. They're very proud of you for being able to decide or decipher or discern when you're meant to be in your feminine receiving energy and when you're meant to be in your masculine giving energy. They're just very proud of you. They're just so proud of you. Ooh, I love it. Okay. All right, it says here, confidence is not a fixed attribute. It's something that we're continuously working to build throughout our lives. And for some of you, right, like the initial read was for those of you, you know if it's for you or if it's not for you. But the rest of the message here says, in this reading, this card signifies that it's the right time to start working with and enhancing your sense of self-confidence. And it asks the question, how can you build more confidence in your life in a meaningful way? For those of you, you'll know if this is for you, but like, is there a choice that is asking for you to be confident in yourself in making that choice? If there is, don't hesitate. Step out of your comfort zone. Because when you do, you'll see just how you'll be pleasantly surprised by just how capable you are, and it'll boost your confidence. Okay. Then we have the Deer card, which is, oh, you may be an, hold on, let me just double check. You may be an earth sign, because the Deer is an earth sign, is an earth element. Deers are connected to the earth, the element of earth. I'm like so excited for you. I'm like tripping on my words here. Okay. Loving, intuitive, graceful, the mother. The Deer represents the feminine aspects of earth energy. This energy is available to all creatures, regardless of gender, but is especially potent in new parents during the first few days. They are fully present, nurturing, and calm. Their inner beauty radiates, and a sense of grace calms the room. A Deer personality affects others in this way, drawing them toward a quiet tenderness. The Deer card may appear when a birth or celebration of new life draws near, or when a situation calls for absolute gentleness and compassion. When in balance, there is receptivity, compassion, and nurturing. When out of balance, concerned and protective. To bring into balance, spend time in nature and spend time with children. And then we have the Elk. When you're in, the slings and arrows. When you're in a cycle of life where you have to struggle to avoid feelings of defeat and despair due to the circumstances pressing on you from all sides, you need to literally lift yourself up to your highest, grandest posture. Keep your eyes looking straight ahead, breathe deeply and comfortably, pull your shoulders back, plant your feet squarely, and let your movements be easy and graceful. Stamina, agility, strength, unpredictability, majesty, respectfulness, nobility, confidence. Courageousness, power, determination, sensitivity, assertiveness, and vitality are the keywords. Right. And let's go into life experience. What is the association with this card? Oh, okay. Information or events leading to important changes, the need to embrace new opportunities, releasing situations that no longer benefit you, and unexpected revelations. Trust in Source and the angels and your animal guides to guide you lovingly and peacefully through these changes, which are not meant to be feared but embraced. You needn't worry any longer for a richer and more fulfilling life. If you procrastinate pursuing the path you know is meant for you, your animal guides will likely give you a little nudge to get you moving. So don't hesitate, pile one. Good things, pile one, good things. Yay! Yeah, they're proud of you, so keep up the good work. That's what I got for you, pile one. Okay. Yay, I'm so happy for you, pile one. Thank you for joining me. And yeah, take it easy. Okay. Pile number 2, we have happiness. And the starfish. Okay. We have happiness and the starfish. And the ladybug. Oh, okay. I like that. Oh, 8 of Cups, 7 of Swords. Okay. You got a kangaroo and a magpie, a starfish, and a ladybug. Let's see. You may have come from pile 1. So pile number 2, the way that I get this, the sense that I'm getting from this is, especially because, okay, wait, give me a second here. Pile 2, you're like most of us, you know, looking for happiness, right? Oh, I'm getting like a ringing in my right ear. That's like a, you know, the way I'm taking that right now is because I was looking at this 7 of Swords here, 7 of Air. And the thing that stood out to me was like people doing stuff behind your back. So it's kind of like a heightened, you know, red flag moment or caution sign. And just as I say that, I see caution will help you avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources such as time or peace of mind. Be aware of the results of your actions as well as what others might be doing behind your back. So, you know, pile 2, ultimately, I feel like we all want happiness, right? The thing with happiness is, what I've found in my experience is that happiness is kind of a choice. We may be exposed to brief moments of happiness, but for sustained happiness, I feel like it's a perspective. Happiness is a perspective. There are people who have no material resources and can still honestly say that they're happy. And why is that, you may ask? Because they are secure within themselves. They respect and love themselves. And there's a certain level of detachment or surrender that comes along with that state of mind, that perspective. Like, nothing is going to be good all the time. That's unrealistic. However, if you cultivate that mindset, you're more able to find the happiness in the things that aren't so big, like sunflowers, or, you know, the sun shining, or the wind blowing. You know, there could be an argument made that like that is happiness, regardless of what's going on outside of you or what you have. You know, this is kind of getting into like, what's it called? Not a little bit like a philosophical, it's a realm of philosophy, I guess. So yeah, let's see. And then we have the kangaroo. It's so easy to convince yourself that you're trapped when you really aren't. Trust that source will lift you to new heights and give you greater self-confidence to affirm your freedom. Like, that's the other thing about happiness. Like, I know for me, I can only speak about myself. For me, when I started to really do that inner work, that looking at myself and saying, well, what's stopping me from being happy? What's stopping me from being happy? And then I found I would make this list of like, well, I don't have this, I don't have that, and I don't have that. I would list the things that I don't have. But then when I thought about it more, when I did have those things, I always wanted something else. So then I had to ask myself, well, okay, if my happiness is dependent on what I have or what experiences I have, and not on, sorry, I just got distracted. There's like a little, what is that called? A caterpillar in the sunflower. Right, sorry. Let's see. I found that like I was basing my ability to be happy on external circumstances. And then I realized, well, external circumstances always change. That is the change is the constant in life. That's the only constant in life, is that things change. Circumstances change. And obviously this didn't happen overnight, and it's still something I have to remind myself about. But once I was able to get to that realization, it's like, okay, right. So if everything outside of me is going to change, then I have to look inside of me to claim that happiness, to really, to get to the bottom, to get to the root of what it is that is making me, it's like a void that's wanting to be filled. So then I had to do that inner work on the void inside of me. And that takes, it's a long path. But then once I did, I started to see, wait a second, I'm kind of, my thought process is kind of what's trapping me. Because I'm convincing myself, well, once I do X, Y, and Z, once I have X, Y, and Z, then I'll be happy. And it's like, well, will you really be happy though? So I guess the point is, Pile 2, for those of you who are like kind of following along with where I'm going, the point is that once you're able to and willing to and have the courage to do that introspection, you'll see that you're not actually trapped. And you'll see that happiness is always with you. It's there. It's just a matter of perspective. This is, hold on, give me a second. Because the other thing is like when this card, the magpie, the 7 of air, is talking about like caution. Obviously, maybe not obviously, but caution, when I speak of caution, I speak of it in a way that's less from a place of fear and more of a place coming from a place of awareness. As in like, if I put my hand in the fire, it's going to burn. So I should be cautious not to put my hand in the fire. Not be terrified of every flame, but just having that awareness of like cause and effect. And then it also talks about your actions. When you're trying to get unstuck, it's important that you do so in a way that does no harm to others, at least to the best of your abilities, because there can be consequences for that. Okay, let's that's like one that's one theme. And once you get to the other side of this and you're able to see how you've been trapping yourself and that it was all an illusion, and then trusting that source, the source of all things, will then reward you for doing that inner work. And not in a sense of like, you know, you're doing it so that you can be rewarded. But, you know, if that's how you roll, that's how you roll. Oh, I'm so sorry for that sound. That is Axel. Okay. So let's look at the starfish. Well, let's look at happiness and then the starfish. Happiness is one of the most beautiful feelings, as if the world is shimmering around you, but we seldom acknowledge when we're feeling good and instead focus on when we're feeling bad. So take this time to cherish your happiness, really experience it and feel its warmth. For some of you, it's like you're chasing shiny things. Magpies go for shiny things. Do you see inside this nest? It's all shiny shit. So knowing that, like I said before, like happiness is all around you. Like, yeah, I don't know, this message, I feel like it's not really coming out very clearly. It's time for a perspective shift. Maybe, you know, try not to focus on all the bad, because who knows, your version of bad, your version of trapped, your version of stuck, maybe somebody else's version of a level up. Believe it or not. Like I said before, it's all about perspective. So let's go into the starfish. Beautiful, alluring. Oh, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. Can you even see this? Superficial or shallow. The starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is, these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long, they may have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward experiences? What dreams have I put aside to please others? When in balance, we have uplifting, artistic, and expressive. When out of balance, gossips and feels empty. Can't even make it up. Oh, I love that. I mean, I love it when there's this synchronistic experience of like, I said all that I said before even looking at the guidebooks, and then it was, you know, validated. Let's see. To bring into balance, we have positive friends. Yeah. Positive friends. I feel like also, like, in addition to everything, clearly, like, that message of how to bring yourself into balance would be positive friends, because sometimes those friends, whether knowing or unknowing, may be jealous of your station, of your experience, of your everything, and they may not want you to see exactly how much you have to be happy about. Because then if you see that, you may not want to be around them. Because maybe for some of you, these friends, I use that term loosely, are more comfortable seeing you focus on the negative because it makes them feel better about their experiences. That's just a message for some of you. We have Ladybug next. Let's see, Ladybug. Ooh. This is an auspicious time for you, one that is extraordinarily powerful. You'll find that everything goes very smoothly with little effort on your part. Your thoughts will be manifesting much more quickly, so be observant and careful about what you're thinking. If you lapse into thinking about what you lack or what's missing, remind yourself of all the things in your life: food, shelter, loved ones, or even the gift of life itself, for which you're grateful. Gratitude is the key to continuing to receive good fortune, joy, and abundance. Be willing not only to ask for, but also graciously receive and accept all that comes your way. So ask for whatever you want, then imagine already having that which you requested. Can you feel what it's like when you think of having it already? Notice any conditioned or habitual thought patterns that may interfere with your acceptance of what you're asking for. If this happens, return your attention to thoughts of gratitude. In fact, express your thankfulness as if it has already manifested, and continue to monitor any thinking that would otherwise block you from receiving it. If you ask for something and then negate it with insurmountable disbelief, the results you get will be the same as if you hadn't asked. So ask and then be willing to receive. I can't. Associations are fertility, renewal, regeneration, rebirth, faith, family, Mother Mary, abundance, hope, meditation, prayer, delicateness, joy, and fearlessness. Wow. Pile 2. Your thoughts, man. It all comes back to your perspective. It all comes back to your thoughts. Like, you have so much to be happy about. I feel like you just don't see it. And maybe that's a place for you to look at. Okay, pile 2, that's what I have for you. The thing is, too, also, you have to believe it. Like, there's this myth about needing to see it to believe it, but it's kind of the other way around. That's kind of what confirmation bias is. Like, we see it so we believe it to be true. Like, it, you know, like, I don't know, man. You have a lot to be grateful for. Remember that. And the more you're grateful for these things, the more you have to be grateful for. The more Source will bring into your life to be grateful for. Okay, pal 2? That's what I got for you. And I hope that was helpful. Thank you for being here. Also, don't forget there's a giveaway for a free energy session or a reading. So look at my latest post for the details of the giveaway. And yeah, thank you. Okay, we have pile number 3. We have magic. I love this card. It's just so cool. It's just it's fun to look at. And then we have the crocodile. I don't know why. It's just I wanted to do like an Australian accent just then. Fuck you. Kiwi. That's New Zealand, but like. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, you could be from New Zealand or Australia. And then we have the 7 of Cups. Okay. So we got a kiwi, we got kitty cats, and we got a crocodile. Now that's a combination right there. Okay. All right. I don't remember what this crocodile card is about, but the eyes are so striking. There's so many eyes on you. You're a magical person, pile 3. You got a lot of eyes on you, bro. Bro, why did I say bro? Human. Okay. You got a lot of eyes on you. And I feel like your guidance from your animal guides at this time is, well, I'm really being drawn to this kiwi. And the message on the card is to do a walking meditation each day for the next week. Because I feel like with all these eyes on you, it's kind of clouding your judgment a little bit. And making you be stuck in this, state of indecision or procrastination. It says, Maine Coon Kitten, it's time to stop procrastinating and make a decision so that you can move forward with a priority. If you need to do more research, then do so, but don't overthink the situation and listen to your heart. Because I think the thing is, for you, Pile 3, there's a lot of eyes on you and you feel like it could be a trap, whatever it is. But like, I feel like it's more magical than it is a trap. Like, yeah, I don't really, I think it's important for you, Pile 3, to really get in tune with yourself and really get to the center of your heart and really feel from your heart what next step to take, and just disregard anybody else's opinion or how the world may view it for some of you. Peering eyes, like, whatever, dude, like, let them look. It's kind of the attitude I feel like these cats are trying to get you to embody, or your team in spirit, your animal guides are trying to get you to embody. Because I feel like once you make that step, like, granted, yes, if you need to do more research, do it, but don't, don't get stuck in the research phase. Because that's the thing about crocodiles, right? Like, they're patient, but then once they make their decision, they snap quick like that. And then that's it, it's done. Like, you're done. But I don't get the sense that you'll be unhappy from this, because, like, yeah, I just don't. All right, let's see what magic says. Magic is real. It is the spark and the excitement that comes out of nowhere, the act of manifestation, or the feeling of creating something from nothing. It is all of these things and more. This card represents the need to acknowledge the magic and sense of wonder within your life. It's happening around you all the time. You just need to look for it. Ooh, maybe, just maybe, hear me out. For some of you, there's something someone, fit it in your experience, but like, there's something, someone, or an experience that really lights you up, that you're really like, damn, that's really interesting. That excites me. That's, that makes me curious. That makes me smile. Because this whole, like, since I started your pile, I'm just like smiling. I'm like, just giddy kind of, or like giggly. And maybe there's a bit of hesitation because you don't want to be seen as weird, or like you're allowing your perception of what other people may think about you to keep you in a state of indecision, and to keep you from even researching the possibilities of what it would be like, what it would look like, what it would feel like if you were to follow your heart, if you were to listen to your heart. So the guidance for you, Pile 3, is to do a walking meditation. Do the research if you need to. But as you're doing that research, don't get too in your head. Try not to overthink it. Because while knowledge is power, too much knowledge can be being too much in your head about something can be paralyzing, because then you're starting to try to factor in all the different scenario possibilities, and it's like you don't, if there's other people involved, which most likely there is, there's an infinite set of possibilities that could take place. So you're just kind of keeping yourself stuck. Don't do it. I mean, you can do what you want to do, but you know, the advice from your messages, the messages from your animal guides, is to be courageous in following what lights you up and makes you feel a sense of magic in the world again. Let's see, we have crocodile. Crocodile. I swear, if you're from Australia or New Zealand, let me know in the comments. That would be really fun. I would really enjoy that. I've always wanted to visit, or maybe you want to visit Australia or New Zealand, or maybe you have the opportunity to. If you do have the opportunity to, do it. All right, crocodile. Oh, resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. Okay. Okay, yeah. So the crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for now is not the time for decisions, action, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, doing the research, observing and building energy. And then it says, fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power, from your heart. When in balance, wise, patient, and a silent powerhouse. When out of balance, feels stuck and lashes out. To bring into balance, rest and the Makarasana pose. Makarasana pose. Interesting. So that's your messages. Oh, kiwi. Kiwi. I almost forgot. Kiwi, kiwi, kiwi. Kiwi. It's just so cute. Most of the time, walking is a way people get from point A to point B, often in a rush and without regard for what's going on around them. Meditation is typically viewed as something people do while sitting cross-legged for several minutes. However, that's only one form of meditation. Walking with awareness and intention is another. Find a place, preferably in nature, such as the forest or woods, where you can simply walk for 10 minutes or more each day for the next week. Experiment by walking more slowly than you usually do. Try moving at 80% of your usual speed. You can also try speeding up your pace, but stay present and be aware of how it feels to move so rapidly. Then slow way down for a few steps to where you can really feel each step you take. Notice how the contact with the ground starts at your heel and slowly moves up to your toes. If possible, try it barefoot. Be aware of the sights, sounds, and smells as you walk, as well as the rhythmic feeling in your body. Whatever pace you set, be sure to breathe consciously and consistently with full awareness. Doing so while walking is what makes it a meditation. The associations are grounded, nocturnal, survival, flexibility, fatherhood, innocence, earthiness, ancient wisdom, inspiration, safety, speed, quickness, and detection. I don't know if those really apply, but yeah. Yeah, I feel like this is kind of like a pretty good message. I could read from the Maine Coon. I could. So therefore I will. All right, Maine Coon to In. The need to make a choice, overthinking a decision, asking for and listening to guidance. It's time to stop procrastinating, decide what you want to do. The failure to do so is keeping you from moving forward on a very important issue. It's possible that you're spending too much time in your head. You could be an air sign that is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And there's different placements in your natal chart or your birth chart. So, you know, maybe that's the thing to look into. It's possible you're spending too much time in your head when you should be listening to your heart. If there is more research needed, then get busy. However, also set a time limit for how much longer you're going to wait before a choice is made. It may also be time to detox from unhealthful foods, substances, or situations. Maine Coon cats are beloved for their sweet and smart and adorable nature. They're also huge. Among their most notable features are their big ears and paws. Do you need to hear some sage advice to help you make the decision you're putting off? Is some legwork called for to get the additional information necessary to move forward? Maine Coons are also known for having water-repellent fur, and water symbolizes emotion. Are you thinking too much about your decision when you should be listening to your feelings instead? Like I said before, get out of your head. Get out of your head, pal 3. Get out of your head. It's much more fun in your heart. There's much more magic in your heart when you follow your heart. Okay, that's my sign. Pal 3. That's what I got for you. Really though, like I hope you make a decision from your heart, because I feel like, yeah, just because you want that magic, right? Like, what's life about if it's not about experiencing the magical things in between all the shit? So, okay. All right. Thank you, Pile 3. I do have a giveaway going on right now. I believe it'll be over in like a week, or maybe even the day this comes out. I'm not 100% sure, but for the details, go to my community tab and there is a post there with the details. All right. Thank you, Pal 3. Really, really thank you. And yeah, I will see you in the next one, if you so choose to join me. Right, we have mystery for pile number 4. The number 11 could be important to you, pile number 4, or 2. 2/11, November 2nd, February 11th. Those could be important, maybe a birthday. Yeah, okay. For you, we have the mouse. Aww. Look at the little face. He's so cute. And the cardinal, all right. Ancestors coming in. Ooh, and the gecko. Okay. So, all right. Okay. Because with the mouse, I get like timid, fearful energy. But then we have the cardinal, which brings about the ancestral realm. So your ancestors are basically saying, I mean, this is an animal guide reading, but like, just off the bat, there's something that you're not sure of, but there's nothing to be fearful of. Your ancestors got your back, so be assertive, believe in yourself, and don't let anyone take away your personal power. Yeah, trust that your guidance is true and follow it completely. Well, that was quick. I didn't expect it to come out so quickly, but okay, pile 4. You could also be a fire sign. Didn't I say November 2nd? Isn't that... Wait, no, actually that's Scorpio. But anyway, maybe you're a Scorpio. Okay, let's see. Oh, it could also, well, okay, this is just a, additional maybe, possibly message, but the cardinal card states the polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance, so do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. Let's take a look at the mystery card. Let us see mystery. Let us see the mystery. Okay. Mystery, mystery, mystery. The mystery card represents the idea that it is okay not to have all the answers all the time. Embrace the various mysteries of life and let things happen and unfold as they need to. Surrender to the unknown. Yeah, you got like a fear of the unknown going on here. But like, you got nothing to be scared of. Fear is an illusion. False evidence appearing real. On the other side of fear is your happiness, your joy, your fulfillment, your personal power. I feel like some of you have been too focused on the physical world, because it says here, physical pleasures. Whereas vice versa, obviously, if you're on the more spiritual path and you're sort of bypassing or neglecting your physical world, your physical needs. But yeah, that's just the sense that I'm getting. Let us see what we have for mouse. Mousy, mousy, mousy. Mouse. Wait, what is the name of that? Oh, dang it. I had a thought pop into my head and then it just like flew out. It was like, nope, not today. Not today, you don't share that today. Mouse, okay. Detail-oriented, small-minded, nitpicky, and nervous. The mouse has an innate desire to tend to the details. It often spends its days fixing, preparing, organizing, and scrutinizing. Unfortunately, a mouse personality doesn't notice when they've gone too far. Soon they begin to have a limited and fearful vision of life and try to control every detail. This can be quite a painful experience for both the mouse and those around them. When mouse energy is at play, step back for a moment. It may be time to find a more purposeful project to delve into, one that's worthy of your exacting eye. When in balance, organized, resourceful, and prepared. When out of balance, busy with no purpose, to bring into balance a meaningful project. Well, that's interesting. Let's see. Well, we'll go for cardinal first. When on the spiritual path, it is easy to idealize what being spiritual means. It can become a rigid mental imprint on which you judge anything that varies from your conceptualization of what being spiritual is supposed to be about. This includes not only another person's practices and beliefs, but your own. Obsessing over your own spiritual practices and making sure you get it right. Falling short of this idealism leads to either assuming a righteousness and arrogant position with others, or when self-imposed, elicits guilt and shame. The spiritual perfectionism can make you reticent or hesitant about enjoying the pleasures of the material world, as well as those of your physical body. The earth herself provides a dazzling and sensual panorama of experiences to be directly encountered through the physical senses. Yet for many, truly enjoying the pleasures of the senses of sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell can be fraught with worry, anxiety, guilt, and shame, products of early childhood religious or cultural conditioning. Others become so entangled in the world of the senses that it becomes their God, and their spiritual core is lost to materiality. To be polarized in one direction or another takes you either to lofty heights and iridescent abstractions that are completely ungrounded, or cause you to become caught up in the glue of the mundane world without the guiding light of spirit to provide a locus of authority. With the blessing of your awareness, you can redirect your thoughts and actions toward that which brings greater balance and fluidity between the two polarities. Okay, associations can be courtship, singing, vitality, self-defense, integration, balance, spirituality, fatherhood, harmony, self-expression, confidence, listening, intuition, creativity, responsibility, and colorfulness. Honestly, I feel like, Pile 4, there's like this whole experience that you've kind of shut yourself off to, because you may deem it to be too indulgent. The thing is, though, I feel like you'll be able to tell if it gets too indulgent, because the thing about polarity is, once you've been to one side, it makes it easier to spot the other side. And then, you know, the progress of change, the cycles of change make it so sometimes we go from being overly spiritual to then completely shunning spirituality and going to the physical. And then once we've I speak from experience, like once I, you know, was like, well, wait a second, like there's no light in my life. There's no sense of something bigger than me. There's no sense of like wonder or sense of spirit of the universe. Then I'm like, okay, let me dive back into the spirituality aspect of life. And then it's like, well, you know, it's like a pendulum. It swings back and forth. And so I guess your animal guides at this point are being like, you know, it's your choice. It's your choice. And they want you to experience this mystery. They want you to let go of this fear and this anxiety of being perfect and being worthy of, for example, heaven. Because it's a state of mind, in my opinion. It's an experience that we create through our internal dialogue and our perceptions and our own views and our thoughts. So have faith in yourself that you can handle the mystery, that you're strong enough to withstand any of the temptations that may lead more towards going down a path you don't want to take. And let's see the 7 of Fire. Interesting. So it says, stand up for yourself, communicate with confidence, don't quit, and claim your personal power. Now is the time to be assertive. Don't let anyone take away your personal power or control you. Believe in yourself, trust that your inner guidance is true, and follow it completely. Of course, it is important to choose your battles wisely, but if your heart is telling you the cause is important and just, then stand your ground. The gecko can also indicate an outward challenge that's actually making you aware of an unresolved inward struggle. Ask yourself if the source of discomfort is really with someone else or with something inside you that needs to be healed. Considered good luck in many cultures, geckos are fascinating creatures. Specialized toe pads allow them to climb vertically, so they don't need to let anything stand in their way. Unlike other lizards, they have the ability to chirp in order to socialize and communicate with one another. In keeping with this card's message, they can speak their truth and make their voices heard. Geckos shed their skin regularly, and if need be, they can also lose their tails to evade capture, an indication that sometimes the battle just isn't worth it. Geckos may be asking you if it's time to shed old issues from your life. So what I get from that, in addition to everything else, is Pile 4, you may have like this, religious trauma from your upbringing that may be worth looking into. But like it says, you know, so don't let me tell you. There's just, you know, a little nudge. That's what I got for you, pile number 4. Thank you for joining me in this reading. And I mentioned it in the other piles, but I am giving a giveaway for a energy healing session or a reading. So if you are interested, go to the latest post and the giveaway information is there. And yeah, whatever you choose to do, pile number 4, I really just hope that you embrace your power, your personal power. Take back your personal power. And you know, be willing to embrace the mystery. You're stronger than you think you are. That's what I got. Thank you. Take care.